here are the effects of what happens when physical therapists, personal trainers, strength coaches use fuckery with whoever they're working with. So now we're putting false narratives and nocebos into those patients or clients' minds. We are making them dumber because we're not teaching them what science says. So anytime you have the opportunity to educate somebody and you don't, you just sacrifice something. And if you're replacing legitimate education based on science with bullshit based on fuckery and false narratives and nocebos, then you just made that patient worse mentally, which they're going to carry on with them for a lot longer than they are the physical implications of what you're doing. So you just sacrificed your opportunity to educate your client or your patient. And instead, you told them bullshit. Now they have this in their head and they're going to go talk to other people. One of two things is going to happen. They're either going to believe you and put their stake in the ground and say, my personal trainer said that stretching is good for you and you have to do that. And if you don't do that, then you're a moron. Or they're going to go talk to somebody else who says, here's why stretching is bad. They do a demo with them and shows that stretching is bad, or cupping or needling or whatever it is. And now they understand that you, the person that misinformed them, is the moron, and they're not coming back. Either way, you're making your patient or your client worse. You're digging your profession into a bigger hole, because if there are enough PTs that say cupping is great and K-tape is fantastic, K-tape will stabilize your patella and it'll fix your problem. If enough people say that, then the entire profession gets labeled as people who think that fuckery works instead of using science. So you see the negative implications here. So we have negative implications on the patient, the client, the athlete. We have negative implications on the practitioner who, for one of two reasons, either they don't understand science and they've been given misinformation by their school, their mentor, the system, which every PT out there has been misinformed, all right? So did you take that misinformation and stick your stake in the ground and say, that's what I believe and I'm not going to change my mind? And then somebody shows me that evidence-based practice, even though there's just as much evidence-based practice saying that it's bogus as says that it's real, and I'm just going to pick the one that feeds my narrative? So did you do that? Or did you say, well, you know, I'm just kind of burnt out. I really don't feel like looking up like what's going on here. I don't want to crack open a physiology book and review neuromuscular physio. I don't care about muscle spindles and afferent pathways and inhibitory interneurons. It's just easier to throw a hot pack on somebody and stretch them out. So you're in one of those, or the third camp would be, yes, I understand what I'm doing isn't working. Yes, I understand they come back with the same problems. Yes, I understand that this is not what I signed up for and not what I want to do, but I don't know what to do instead. So you're one of those people. You're either stuck in your ways and you're going to keep on going that way no matter what, because you are a symptom modifier, not a root cause identifier and a critical thinker that actually uses science to your advantage. Or you're just shot, you're done, your career is over, you're just going to keep backsliding as far as you can. As long as you can show up and pick up a paycheck, you're fine. Or you're the people that I want to work with, which is, there's something wrong with this equation, but you don't know what to substitute it for. That's where we come in with either the membership, the student guide, or the mostrability course. So the purpose of those courses is to give you thought processes and ammunition so you can start defending your thinking. So if you're already going down the road that this doesn't work, you've already seen that it doesn't work, your patients have told you that it doesn't work, you've figured that out, now you need to know, number one, why it didn't work and why you were trying to do that. The reason why you were trying to do that is that's what you were conditioned to do. So we've got to break that, which you're already on your road to getting there. So if you've already figured out that it's not working, you're already on the way down there. Now we need to tell you or give you the information to replace the false information, the nocebos, the false narratives, the fuckery that you were given. So then you can move forward and learn how to think, not what to think. I don't teach my students what to think. I don't tell them when you see this, then you do that. I teach them how to think critically and take apart their thinking so they know how to think. Because I can't tell you what to do with your patient. If you send me a DM and say, hey, I saw this patellofemoral patient, I did this, which I learned from you, what do I do next? I don't know. I didn't see that patient. Every patient's different. So I'm gonna say, well, what did you see when they do that? What did you do after that? What did that lead you to over here? So where are you going to take that information and where are you going to go? I'm going to ask you questions when you ask me questions because this is not a protocol. This is not me telling you what to do. This is me saying, here's the scientific facts. Here's what you should be doing to evaluate your patient. Once you get that information, it's up to you to be the expert. It's up to you to move forward with that stuff. And it's up to you to never fall back on fuckery, because that screws your patient, that screws you, and it screws our profession. So as soon as we have more people that are moving away from fuckery, then we can get our profession out of the mess that it's in, and we can actually be seen as experts instead of flunkies for physicians or glorified personal trainers or fake doctors or wannabe chiropractors or whatever people think physical therapy is. And they're 100% correct. Physical therapy is pretty much 95% garbage.